If you're going to succeed as an entrepreneur, you've got to be willing to take risks, you've got to be full of energy, you've got to be very determined, you've got to be willing to put in some long hours. These people work very hard to make their dream come true, willing to take a chance that it'll fail and picking up their socks and doing it all over again and learning from their mistakes. That's the spirit, the entrepreneurial spirit and the energy that we see here, and the amazing, teams and companies that are coming through our center and through our programs. It's a privilege to work with them all, really.
Kimple is an online platform. It basically makes it easier for companies to find the right type of talent they're looking to hire. When I started the company, there was really no doubt who I had to have as a partner to make this work. So Ben and I had worked together at 2 previous companies, and we collaborated a lot of projects, and it was just, I just knew that he brought skill sets that I didn't have, and I needed that counterbalance because I was all about the business side of it, and I need someone who had a strong technical background.
From my point of view, entrepreneurship has never been a goal of mine, or never something that I dream of ever doing. I was actually doing service work, and I actually enjoyed it, but it was something missing, some ownership, if you will. So when Eve approached me and pitched me the idea, I was bought in right away.
The Venture Garage is essentially a program of event innovation, and basically it's designed to help entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs take their idea and move their idea off the napkin into a concept, and from that point turning it into getting early adopter customers. If someone has a startup or has an idea for a startup and really wants to move forward with it, the best thing they can possibly do is not to spend money on their idea in the very beginning, but to actually go out and validate their idea. So get out of the building and actually talk to people about their idea to see if there is merit behind it. Talk to who they think might be their customers. And then from there, once you properly validate it, I would definitely recommend getting connected with a program like the Venture Garage to really help them put it all together and to know what the next steps are.
In the early days for Kimple, it was really about figuring out if we had something that was scalable, if we actually had a real business. So Ben and I actually spent a lot of time working mostly weekends and evenings, just kind of fleshing out what the business would look like. The real challenge came afterwards into getting people to buy into it, that this was something that was actually solving a real problem, and it wasn't just another HR platform similar to other existing platforms. And I think that was probably the biggest challenge, I would say, in the early days.
Yeah, absolutely. And what got us here is really validation as well, incremental validation, where as we're building the product, we always kept asking customers like validation, right? Because the worst thing you can do from a tech point of view is build out the complete application from A to Z, put it to market, and just find out it's not a right fit.
I think with entrepreneurs, what the number one single trait that really differentiates whether an entrepreneur is going to be successful or not is actually their ability to be coached. It doesn't matter what stage your company's in, you always have to hear constructive feedback. You could be a multi-million-dollar company at that point and you will still need to hear that.
One of the things that that was really intentionally done was to participate in 500 Startups, which is an accelerator based in California. It's actually considered one of the top 3 accelerators in the world. We were one of 34 companies accepted out of over 1,000 applications worldwide. It was really important for us to get that validation from basically the mecca of where, San Francisco or Silicon Valley is sort of the Hollywood of tech. That's where people go to be famous, but in tech, it raised our confidence. It also changed the way we think. It changed the way that we act as a business today.
You do really get inspired when the level of resource that's available in these types of accelerators. And you're also surrounded with similar companies, right? So you're not directly competing, but you're elevating yourself, right? By looking at other companies that are doing similar work. It does really put a fire under you as far as like, okay, you got to do it. Other people are doing it, so we can do it, right?
So everything I've actually I've done up to this point to get me where I'm at has all been self-directed and really just hungry for knowledge, hungry to learn more. Throughout life, you have to look at all your experience, the whole picture, and realize that every experience you have is valuable and it can really help move you forward.
There was a study actually done recently that showed that the sales of ping pong tables, actually, if the sales are going up, it usually is an indicator of how well the tech industry is doing. And when sales of ping pong tables go down, usually means that we're in trouble. So thankfully we have one, so we'll take that as a good sign. A lot of times people spend a lot of time in front of their desks, so it allows them to sort of stand up, move a little bit, interact differently. It does add a fun competitive level to the environment. I'm super competitive in everything I do. I hate to lose at anything, so for me, I definitely take it a little bit more seriously than some people in the office. I don't think Ben's been on the table yet.
No, I haven't played
working.
yet, which also means that I'm undefeated. So mystery's still out if I'm gonna play ever or keep my title. But I think for myself, like ping pong table, what it embodies also like the balance, right? And like working hard, but also playing hard, right? And I think like having dad in the office kind of like reminds you every day that, yeah, we got a lot of work to do, we're gonna work hard, but also there's time to like cut out and go play on the ping pong table. Physical activity is a really important part of my life, and I'm a strong believer in the balanced lifestyle, so that's work, home, and health. Whether it's going out to the gym at lunchtime or going out for a bike ride, I find it's a good way to clear your mind, re-energize, and basically just step out of the office and get your blood flowing.
So one of the things with my first company is I always told myself that I didn't have time to do things like play hockey or do other types of activities, go to the gym or just participate in things extracurricular, because I always felt the need to work all the time. I always felt like I had something to do and I didn't have time for it. And what I ended up realizing was it was actually something that was affecting me actually. So taking those breaks would have actually probably been a good thing, because sometimes when you're going through like the crazy roller coasters that we go through, you know, a night of coming to the rink like this and just kind of getting on the ice is a way to forget about the bad day or forget about, you know, some of the struggles that you're kind of going through and just kind of enjoy the moment. And then you can get back to doing what you do, you know, 16 hours a day.
There's lots of opportunity in and around ICT generally. We're seeing lots of emerging interest in cybersecurity, in Internet of Things companies, so a lot of growth there. What's interesting for us is that IT and technology cuts across all industries, so it's really how do we capitalize on the enabling potential of IT for all of our industries, including our traditional industries. And it's also how can we promote and foster more tech-based entrepreneurs, promoting entrepreneurship as a career option. I think that's one of the real big upsides for us in New Brunswick.
So as an employer, like why we chose to stay and work here in New Brunswick, both from a personal side of view, we all have families here, we like it here. But from a business point of view, I mean, we have no reason to go out. There's a lot of good resources out here, and technology-wise, there is no barriers. You can be in your basement somewhere in front of a computer and be just as competitive as being in a big city working for a big company. As an employee, New Brunswick is actually a great place to do business. But I mean, there's challenges. I travel. I have to fly out quite a bit. You know, so there's a lot of for us to grow the business at the size that we want to grow our business. Like we can't just focus locally. Like we've actually trying to grow our business outside of Atlantic Canada, and so that does require. Contrary to popular belief, you can't do that just behind a computer. Like you have to build real relationships in other places. We've built the company from day one with that intent. The idea to build strong relationships externally. So spending a lot of time in Toronto and San Francisco, New York and Boston is paying dividends for us because it's allowing us to grow faster. It's allowing us to connect with amazing mentors and advisors that we can tap into to help us grow our company, because we all have people that we reach out to help us figure things out.